Good evening to everyone. On 21st April 2025, Cabinet had a sitting and had taken a decision, that is to keep the objection order of 147th assistant professors, keep the order in abeyance. That was one decision. And another decision was that the High Power Committee was constituted and the timeline was given for 8 weeks. Within this 8 weeks, they have to submit their finding and recommendation to the Cabinet before before Cabinet take a final decision. But the agitators, CTAN and NNQF, they were not satisfied with that decision. And they had several round of meeting with concerned minister in charge of higher education, and for which an emergency cabinet meeting was called today at 3 p.m. And we have deliberated on the issue that at length, and we understood the contention of the agitators, and we have taken a decision, new decision, that is, if 8 weeks is too long for them to wait, then we'll reduce the number of days and weeks to 4 weeks. Instead of 8, we decided that the High Power Committee will be directed to submit their report within 4 weeks. So 1 week is already done from 21st April. Today is 28th. So only 3 weeks is left. So within 3 weeks, High Power Committee is to submit their report. Why we want the report from the High Power Committee is that today we have explained to both the group, including the NSF, that government to take a decision or to take a U-turn from its own decision, we need documents. We need to substantiate our decision with evidence, proof that which year, how many have been appointed, whose time. All this finding is required. Just to get the number of appointees, that 147 is not enough. So we made an appeal to these two organizations, including NSF, that to discuss among themselves and understand the view of the cabinet, that within 4 weeks, that is 3 weeks from now, that the High Power Committee will submit the report, and government will surely take a positive step and action. That is what we have committed to them. See, way back in 2016, 6th June, Cabinet decided that henceforth ad hoc or contract appointment will not take place. That was a decision. And that cabinet decision was taken to State Assembly, and Assembly had passed a decision. So that process, there is no lapse of process if we talk about 6th June 2016. But in between, some decisions were taken that adverse to what we have decided in 2016. So Cabinet understood the position of the agitators, but we need few days time, and we are given few days time to high power committee to submit their report. So that based on their report, cabinet will take a decision and will take action. So we have made an appeal to this NSF and CTAN and NNQF also to discuss among themselves and to put this proposed agitation on hold till the matter is discussed and decided based on the high power committee report. This is what we have requested, and they have gone, and hopefully that they will take a right decision and come back to us. To put on hold with this today's cabinet decision, new decision that we have taken. So we have shortened the deadline from 8 weeks to 4 weeks. So let's hope that they'll discuss with their colleagues and come up with a decision.
Sir, the decision to go ahead with the protest is based on their lack of trust in the government, especially since it is already bypassing two other orders, standing orders. So what is the government going to say in this regard?
No, that is the reason we have constituted a high power committee to dig out who has committed mistake, which year, and how many were appointed based on what. That is, government is going to question the concerned department and the concerned officers, because present HOD and AHOD, that secretary has joined recently, not even a month, and the director has joined a few months back. So they are not liable or they are not answerable to the action taken by their predecessors. So committee has to study into the matter, and then they should submit their report. Yes, they are right that they have lost faith on the government, because against the previous decision they have carried out with the appointment of this ad hoc and contextual appointment. So they have every right to say that. But to bring corrective measure, government, state cabinet require a report. Based on that report, we will definitely take a positive decision.
So why was it that the government or the cabinet decided or accepted to regularize these 147 assistant professors despite that standing order, when you were aware that this is not possible? So why is that the government have taken the decision to approve their regularization?
No, that is why how the department has come up, or they might have given the misfeeding. That is why we want to dig up how finance clearance was taken, how PNDR clearance was taken. That is what the government is questioning today, because one can be misled by one department, because in one compartment what the people are doing, the other compartment do not know. So government is not 100% in their fingertip. So we are questioning the department how and why you have gone ahead with this. So high power committee will look into the matter.
Sir, given the magnanimity of the protest, especially a few days ago it was just CTAN and NNQF, but the numbers grew to around 3,000-4,000 in the later stage. Now with NSF joining, is the government willing to take all the responsibility and the risks of such a big protest that's supposedly going to take place? Especially tomorrow.
No, that is why we call NSF and both the organization, and we have discussed, we have conveyed the decision of the cabinet today at 3 p.m. that whatever we have discussed and decided, we convey to them. So let's hope they will discuss among themselves and come up with a good decision.
No, sir, NSF have decided to go ahead. This
So
is
that was
what
the decision.
Yeah, there is no more question of if. it's already, I mean, they've already said their.
They have decided, so we requested them to discuss.
No, sir,
and
it was
put
after
on.
the meeting, they
After the
decided
meeting.
that they will go ahead with the agitation.
I think that was clear from the start that they will go ahead with it. If the government is not involved.
It's up to them to decide, but the government has appealed. They can appeal to them that to reconsider their decision.
So was their demand considered during the cabinet meeting?
Today,
Yes.
no, today that we have decided to shorten the timeline, 8 weeks to 4 weeks. So in reality, it's only 3 weeks now.
Sir, during the cabinet meeting, did the minister in charge made any appeal to the cabinet to revoke the order?
No, he did not. He did not make a bill. Only we have discussed. Only we have discussed.
The minister in charge has also assured that the revocation order will be put into motion a few days back. Was that discussed in the cabinet meeting?
No, he did not reveal that commitment to the cabinet meeting. But government is all out to take necessary action. And it was a cabinet decision, not individual minister decision. So cabinet has to prevail upon. And cabinet decided to wait for the HPC report. And the timeline is shortened to 4 weeks instead of 8 weeks.
So it is already 7 days that the NSF had put their demand to the government, and also the CTAN and NNQF had placed their demand. But why is that only on the last day you are having a cabinet meeting and then taking the decision, whereas they are already going for agitation from tomorrow?
Well, we know that they have decided to go for agitation, but cabinet also need to discuss. And then the urgency, we understood the urgency. That is why we have cut short the number of days to take a final call.
Can we start?
Yes.
Today we were called by the Deputy Chief Minister and the Minister Kijikine, but after the discussion, since our demands were not made and the assurance that was given by the concerned minister, the Minister of Higher Education, since it is not being done, tomorrow, that is 29. Tomorrow is 29, isn't it? 29. Yeah, 29 we are going to resume the agitation outside the Higher Education Office starting 9 a.m. Yeah, that's all we have to say.
Indefinitely, will it be? Yes, indefinitely.
Of course, yeah.
So it will be just sit-in protest or something else? Because you said that it will be severe.
That we'll decide later. Still, we're going to take decision what to do tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So that we cannot share it now.
Will it be a combined protest along with the NSF, because NSF have also declared to protest tomorrow?
See, we want to thank the NSF for its stand to fight corruption. But till now, officially, we have not talked with them, so we don't know what they are going to plan about these things. So, but from our side, our demand is very clear. We will be standing there. Our demands are the 3 points. I don't have to say more than that. Yeah, that's all.
So you are not accepting the reduction of the 2 months of 8 weeks to 4 weeks?
No. We don't trust the committee.
The political elite has fallen deaf ears to the common people's voice. So we will continue with the agitation. Yeah, and we all the common people, all the working class, all the masses to come and join us in the protest.